Okay, everybody, good evening. Welcome to day 2 of LAP Bootcamp or Affiliate Marketing Bootcamp. My name is David Ayome, and today I'm walking you guys through on the three core essentials of becoming a pro affiliate. The 3 core essentials of becoming a pro affiliate. If you know anybody who ought to be here, I beg you in the name of God to go drag them here. Otherwise, they will miss out on this. Okay. All right. So yesterday we learned, we talked about the foundation. Okay. Talked about the foundation and what are the things that make up the foundation. Okay. We said that that this is not a sprint, it's a marathon, but you can get some immediate results if you follow procedures, if you follow instructions, if you follow laid down principles. Many of you here who are listening to me right now, you are worried, you are bothered because you haven't started making any sales and you're wondering why. And yesterday I emphasized that the sales you make from this is directly tied to the person you become. It's directly tied to the person you become. And that's why becoming should be your most important priority right now. If you're just joining us, you're welcome. Please go inform the rest of our life. Drop it on the group chats. Becoming is your most important priority. While sales would validate that what you're learning is real, the skills you learn are for a lifetime. The skills you learn are for a lifetime. So you should not in any way compromise learning the skills, focusing on the skills. And that's why yesterday we said, we laid the foundation and we said that it showed you how to navigate your dashboard if you're on LAP or you're an affiliated NG. All right, we showed you how to navigate your dashboard, and we showed you how to understand what you sell and how to sell it. How to understand what you sell and how to sell it. Why is it important for you to understand what you sell, so that whatever objections, whatever questions that come up, you'll be able to attend effectively. All right. I gave you some assignments to do to list 6 different features and benefits of what you sell and tie them together. Okay. And I'm pretty sure nobody here has done the assignment. Who did the assignment? Why are we so few today? Where is everybody? Okay. Where is everybody? Okay. All right. So I gave some of you assignments to complete. All right, the training we did yesterday. All right. Is that rain? How many of us went back to do it? How many of us went back to do it? If you went back to do it, type I did. If today's your first time of being here, type first time. If today's your first time of being here, type first time. Let me know how many first timers are here in the house, so that oh, first time, Patrick. Okay, yeah, Patrick, yeah, that's true. Who else is your first time here? Okay, who else is your first time? So if you're just coming in, oh, first time, self-reliance, advanced iPhone. Okay, if this is your first time, we had a training yesterday, day 1, and they replay it on the Telegram group. So do well to access it after those call and do the assignment. You're going to see that bulk of what you become is tied to the things you do. It's tied to the things you do. All right. So if all you do is learn, and there's no implementation, you're just going to be this bloated individual that has so much information with little or no results. You're just fat. You're fat with information, but you don't have the results to show for it. You don't have any skills. You just have information. What happens is you become puffed up, you become very proud. I know all these things now. Nobody this one. I know all these things. I know all these things, but you're broke. So the difference between you and the person who is crushing it is because that person is doing 10 times more than what you think. Now that 10 times more, or maybe 2 times or 3 times, depending on, his work rate, all right, than the average person. If somebody is getting a result because the person is putting in more work, okay? And the beauty about what we do is you can put in a lot of work in a short space of time and reap a bountiful harvest for life sometimes. And that's why in the initial stage, you should double the rate at which you work, double your work rate, so that can, account for you. That can accumulate, all right, to reap a bountiful harvest. Okay, so I'm just giving a quick recap of what we did yesterday. We're going to go straight into today's training. Again, if you know anybody that ought to be here, I beg you go and beg them to to be here. All right, so we talked about yesterday we talked about the foundation. Then we went on to do that, the fact that you can get just the result despite the fact that it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. All right, we talked about how you need to understand what you sell and how to sell it. We did a bit of an understanding of what LAP is, and of course affiliated NG, if you're an affiliated NG, all right, and knowing about the goal, the mission, aligning yourself with it, and understanding features of benefit of what you sell. All right, what a feature is and the benefit is. Feature is what your product has, and what benefit is what it does. And we gave you a bit of exercises to do. All right, and I encourage you to go back and do them, make it up to 20. Okay, then of course we'll give examples of headlines that this can come up with. And we wrapped up on giving you an assignment. Okay, giving you an assignment to read these books. Now, I don't expect you to read these books immediately, but you should make these books your companion. Everything I'm sharing with you guys are things that I am using, are things that's working for me. So if you don't apply them, if you don't go ahead and do them, you're doing yourself a great disservice. You're going to watch while other people crush this, all right? And you just be there. You'll be dying in the midst of plenty. That's what it means. You'll be dying in the midst of plenty. So I said this book is for network marketers, but you can apply to anybody because it's sales. It's sales and marketing is universal. The principles and concepts are universal. Okay, so how to quickly get prospects on your site. So you should read that book, and of course cash advertising. And I've dropped these books on the Telegram group. I don't know anywhere where any of this is done. Sincerely, I don't know where you're spoon fed like this. But in any case, we're going to continue today, and today we're going to start with mindset. No, sorry. We're going to start with the 3 core essentials in becoming a pro affiliate. All right, the 3 core essentials in becoming a pro affiliate. Now, this bootcamp is supposed to take you from a zero affiliate, being a novice on knowing what to do, to having a grasp of what's expected of you, all right, and running with it, so that by the time you are done, you already know, okay, this is where I'm supposed to start from. This is what I'm going to do next. This is what I should be doing on a daily basis. This is what that's how I'm going to become the pro affiliate that I desire to be. Okay. Now, today we're looking at the 3 core essentials in becoming a pro affiliate. Now, a pro affiliate is somebody who understands the skill of traffic generation and can can naturally, anytime, any day, generate traffic on demand. Whether through sponsored ads or creating content, you understand traffic and can generate traffic on demand. So what are the 3 core essentials? The first is mindset. Mindset, habits, and skills. Mindset, habits, and skills. If you master these 3 core essentials, I guarantee that you will never be broke again. That's just the real truth. All right. So let's start with mindset. Let's start with mindset. Now, what is mindset? Who has an idea of what mindset is? Like, what do you think mindset is? What is mindset to you? You can just drop it. If you want to drop a chat, you can drop a chat. If you want to raise your hand and tell us, what do you think mindset is? Who has an idea of mindset or what mindset is? What do you think mindset means? Okay, got it. Response, a way of thinking. All right, David Omotayo says a way of thinking. Yes. Okay. Okay, anybody else? A way of thinking? I mean, you use the word mindset. Look, I mean, if there's any word, your belief, okay? Yes, mentality, yes, your approach or predisposition towards everything, okay? Keep them coming. Mentality, David Amotayo, a belief system, okay? Orena says a belief system, okay? Like that. What else? Mindset is how you react or think based on past experiences, mentality, beliefs. Okay, I like this. One's perception. Yes. Your paradigm, the way you see things. Okay, how you do things. Okay, mental attitude to situations. Beautiful. Like these definitions have basically summed them up. Okay, all of us are right. I mean, is the way it's our mental attitude, the way we see things, our perception towards certain things. All right, and it's very important because it forms the foundation of everything we do. Yeah, the lens you use to perceive life. Very true. How many of us have read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey? If you have not read that book, I'm begging you to go read that book. Yeah, Chinwenwa says she has read the book. All right, I'm going to show you where you can get the book if you haven't read it. If you have not read the book, please go and read it. All right. But 2 years ago, it should be read every year. Oh, there's also one for teens. Okay, I'm on it now. Great. So you should read that book. And in that book, it talks about paradigms, talk about mindset, talks about perception, how you see things. Okay, and basically our mindset is what informs our life, because it's a summation of our experiences, our environment, our background, the things we've been exposed to, which has now formed an ideology in the way we think, in the way we reason, in the way we approach things in life. Many of us, we try things because we have built a mental attitude in giving up too quickly. So when we try new things and they are not forthcoming, guess what? We quit. We have a quitting mindset, in quote. We have grown into people who are not patient enough to see to the end of something. When I said I was in network marketing for over 2 years and I wanted to make 40 million, and all I could do was just 118,000 plus in just about 2 years, was because I wanted to see the end of that. I had grown, I had built a mental attitude of not quitting even when the going gets tough, because I believe that once somebody has gotten results from this thing, then anybody can get results. I just need to look at what are those people doing. This person that is getting results, what are they doing? Can I model it? You see, success leaves clues, and that is why anybody, whether you are the least in your family, you are the least talented, you are impaired verbally, whatever it is, can come in and replicate those results, apply them, and get similar results. Because it is not limited to personality types alone. So some of us, our mindset is what is keeping us where we are. It's keeping us small because we have over the years been exposed to certain things that, you know, that has formed our mental attitude, that has made us who we are today. So your mindset is very important about how you approach your business, about your life generally. So early on, I made up my mind that I was going to be deliberate about how I think, about how I see life, about things that shape my life. All right. Today, I was talking about the 5 core values that inform my actions, my belief, the decisions I take. And one of them is freedom. And I talked about how financial freedom and time freedom are at the core of my values. And that is why anything that takes away my time freedom, my financial freedom, I am not going to be a part of it. The fact that I can wake up in the morning anytime I want and choose not to because I want to subject myself into some certain kind of pressure is everything to me. The fact that I can decide on how much I can earn per time and not be limited by how much by companies' basic structure, salary structure is everything to me. The fact that I want to wake up to spending time with my kids, my wife, and you know, because I didn't have that when I was growing up, I want to see my kids grow up and impute whatever values I want to see in them materialize is everything to me. So for many of us, these things have formed who we are subconsciously, and we're not deliberate about it. So we jump into things, we jump into relationships, we jump into stuff, businesses, carrying all this baggage that we've formed over the years, and we make a mess of it because we are not deliberate about who we become mentally, physically. All right. The next thing in my core values I was talking about today is faith. My faith is very, very fundamental for me. My family is like a huge priority for me. Then fitness, health, friendship, relationship. All right. Well, how did I come to know about these things? I changed my mindset. I saw something that was working for somebody. I like, oh, I love this. I want to be able to, you know, model my family, my life pattern after this way. Okay. Now, there are 6 types of mindsets to adopt as a pro. There are six types of mindsets to adopt as a pro. The first is a growth mindset. Somebody type growth mindset. It's a growth mindset. It's a growth mindset. Now, for many of us, like I said, we are coming from different, we have different backgrounds, coming from different backgrounds where some of us, there is no emphasis on growth anywhere. The only growth we know is to go to school, all right, secondary or primary, secondary, university, and get a job. There is no additional input that we have seen anybody anywhere. Unfortunately for me, I didn't grow up with my dad, and all I had was my mom. My mom is not educated. So all the things that I picked weren't particularly from my home. I was fortunate to, what's the word? I was fortunate to associate with other families who, well, they were like kind of the ideal family I would have. For example, one of my mentors, he's late now, Mr. David Adelana he had a library and he would read, you know, he would read, he would come and he would kind of, you know, give us like a training or a speech or whatever it is based off on the things he had accumulated over time. And I like that. I enjoyed it. I started reading books courtesy of him because we're into this speech training course then, and we needed to be informed to be able to give a speech. All right. So, but for some of us, we never experienced any of that. So all we know is just what we have seen our parents do, our families, and all of that. But the truth is, if you don't have a growth mindset, you would forever be stagnant. That's the truth. You'll forever be stagnant. You will see things, opportunities, and you would miss them because your mind is not open to opportunities. You would start a business, you will start LAP, you start affiliated NG, and you will never make any input in yourself. The fact that you paid 20,500 or you paid 50K is not enough to get you results. It's not enough. Bulk of the person you become is the personal investment you make. Do you know how much I spend just to get people, just to build relationships, just to pay for courses, pay for mentorship? You know, because I realized that if I was going to become a pro affiliate, I won't play small. I won't stay small. I won't just depend on what is coming here, what is coming there. I would have to put in personal investment in myself. Do you have a growth mindset? Are you constantly growing yourself through books, audiobooks, seminars, trainings like this? I mean, look at us. We're over 300 and something on Telegram. We're barely 23. Yeah. That's to show you that a lot of people just think that once they make payments into things like this, more magic, open the floodgates of heaven will just open and you start making money. It doesn't work like that. If you are not constantly growing yourself, renewing your mind, I mean, as the case may be, you will become outdated. You will become outdated. You need to grow. Are you the same person you were last year? Can you tell when you are growing? Has the way you talk changed? If they call you up to talk about affiliate marketing, to talk about traffic generation, what can you say about it? Do you know your onions? Are you constantly investing in books? What I'm talking about that in the course of when we get to habits. Are you constantly investing in books? Or the only time you ever get to learn anything new is when you open your dashboard. And that's not bad, but if you want to become a pro affiliate, you have to go beyond your dashboard. Do you enjoy watching soap operas, Netflix, than going on YouTube to search, to do research, to watch some of the things, some of the questions you guys come to us to ask? Your answers are available already, but because you are lazy and you think that, well, I need somebody to come and hold me by the hand, to come and sit with me in my house, open my mouth, and be helping me do these things. If you don't commit, if you don't have a personal commitment to growth, you will, I mean, you will, what's the word now? You won't go far, basically. All right. So that's about growth mindset. Now, growth mindset is that I have a personal commitment to growing myself. I am not limited to what is being taught alone. The world is a very big place. Okay. Now, abundance, next is abundance mindset. Abundance mindset. Some of you think that everybody now knows about affiliate marketing, so there's nobody else out there that is going to be buying from me. That's a limited, is that like a limited, is it a limiting mindset or limiting belief? By the way, the opposite of a growth mindset is a fixed mindset. Fixed mindset where you're just one place. You don't believe in paying or investing in yourself. So, but a balanced mindset is that there is enough to go around for everybody. There's enough to go around for everybody. If somebody steals my prospect today, yes, I feel bad, I feel hurt because I have labored for this person. But should I now say, I'm not doing business again because that is the only person that I would have gotten? Or I have a few leads here and there. Or I started with my contact on my WhatsApp and everybody has been exhausted. No, nothing else to be done. For Christ's sake, you have over 7 billion people in this planet Earth, and maybe 3 or 4 billion are online, and you cry foul because of one person who said no to you. You have a what's the opposite of abundance? Okay, what is the opposite of abundance? If you don't have an abundance mindset, what do you have? Is it a lack mindset now? Scarcity. Yes, thank you, my dear. Scarcity. You have a scarcity mindset. You have a scarcity mindset where you think that there's not enough for everybody, and that is why you hoard information. You hoard things to yourself. You keep it to yourself, and you're not willing to share. Okay, but someone who has an abundance mindset, we realize that there's enough to go around. There's enough money flying around right now. All I need to just to position myself to take a cut from all the transactions happening. There's a lot of leads out there. In fact, I will not even tap into 1% or 0.005% of the entire world's population. In fact, where you are, your location, you don't even tap into 1% of the people there. So if your problem is everybody now knows about affiliate marketing, then you're wrong. You have a scarcity mindset. An abundance mindset is data is not a problem. If it finishes today, I'll buy another tomorrow. Money is enough for everybody. There's enough. Money is abundantly supplied right now. People will tell you, there's no money anywhere. Nigeria is difficult. People are suffering. Those people have a scarcity mindset. It's not a denial of reality. It's just the way you see things. When people tell me that there's a casting down, there's no money, I say, see, there's a lot of money. All I need to just to create an offer right now. Come and see how people will rush it. Where was that money before? It was in their pockets. But because you have limited yourself to what is going on around you, you accept it as a reality and becomes difficult for you to see beyond that. So there's a lot of leads, there's a lot of people out there who are willing to pay you, they're going to beg you. Do you know people can beg you to take their money? Do you realize that? But because you have limited yourself to, and this is, everybody talking about Espania, everybody talking about Guinea. What else? What will I say that they'll make them? For a long time, I wrestled with that mentality. That's why I didn't start a YouTube channel, because I felt the niche already saturated. Even at the point of saturation, it's a myth. Saturation is a myth. You can't really get into saturation with the number of, with the population we have in the world. You can't really get to saturation. Is everybody still on Facebook today? No. Even if Facebook says they have 2.something billion people, it's not everybody is not it's not on Facebook. There's some people are not on Facebook. So when you claim that there's not enough of things, then you have a scarcity mindset. You need to embrace abundance. You need to embrace and you have to practice it. You practice abundance. I have enough of everything. And it comes through affirmations. I have enough of everything. I am not limited by what's going on around me. I'm not limited by what's going on around me. There's a lot of leads coming to me. Even if everybody's complaining that there are no leads, I have enough. People are saying yes to me. You have to reprogram your mind. All right. Then gratitude mindset. Some of you here, you came in here at the plateau of gold. The only thing you ever paid for was whoever signed you up. And yet you complain and you whine and you grumble and you mumble, while others have to pay heavily to be here. So you take it for granted because it didn't cost you much. And you see it as an entitlement that, after all, they say if you come here. No. We don't have to mentor you. We don't have to do any of these things. That's the truth. Check other affiliate programs. They sincerely, like, it's anybody who chooses to hold you by the hand, go the extra mile, please be grateful, because they don't have to do that. That's the truth. If they can just focus on, they can focus on just making the direct commissions if that's all they care about. And gratitude is not just being grateful to the people who go the extra mile for you, but it's being grateful to yourself that you are in this space in your life where you are open to opportunities. You are learning skills that can change your life forever. Do you understand? Not everybody is where you are today. Some people, their mind has not opened up to things like this, and they will continue to struggle. You talk to them about things and they are grumbling. They're like, nah, it's not for me. So you should be grateful that you are in this space in your life, and your life will never remain the same if you stick long enough with the process. So gratitude is important. Gratitude for the results that you seek. Be grateful for them. Even the ones that are yet to come, be grateful for them. We talked about appreciation the other day with Coach Lumide. He's not here tonight because he says out of Lagos, but he's flat. And he gave you an affirmation that you could say every morning. How many of us have been consistent with that? So if you want to become a pro, you have to realize that bulk of what you do starts from the mind, all right? How you see things. And it's a practice. It's a mental practice. Okay? Rather than complain of the results you don't yet have, why not be grateful for the things you're learning and for the ones that are going to come, for the results you will have? I mean, what do you achieve by grumbling, by mumbling, by whining, by complaining? Does it help you in any way? Does it give you the results you seek? By worrying that, yeah, I'm not being any sale, yeah, my life, I don't know what's going on with me. Why not switch your mindset a little bit to gratitude and see if things will not start changing for you? Okay, so that's about gratitude. Okay, then of course the fourth is an execution mindset. An affiliate who's going to become a pro has to adopt a mindset of execution. And what does it mean to have a mindset of execution? Like, you understand that the results you seek is tied to the things you do consistently on a daily basis. And it's not to wake up one morning and spend 8 hours trying to do all the things you want to do. No, you learn something today, go and do it. Those small steps, those baby steps that you ignore, that is where the magic lies. But you want to do fire brigade approach, like I used to do back in school. I've not started reading for my exams until I see timetable. Then I'll carry all my notes, go to night class, and deprive myself the joy of writing exams, because I would have been wearied, worn out, tired, exhausted, drained out of an attempt to pass exams well, and my results will still come out poor. Imagine if I had just thrown myself at taking out time every day. I learn, I go for class, I get taught, I go back to read, I take notes, I prepare as though there's an exam tomorrow. David, you're guilty as well, yeah? That is it. Some of you go through 2MI48 and you're not come back and be asking me, what next? And I'm like, Jesus, did you actually go through it? Say yes. So having gone through it, what did you do about it? I didn't understand it. So what am I supposed to do? Take you down and start explaining to you exactly what you have watched, or what are you supposed to do next? Go back to that thing until you understand it. Go back to that thing until you understand it. I had coffee. I had coffee for sleepless night. I didn't used to use coffee. I'll just get a lot of I'll be eating, like and those times I used to get really fat because I'm not fat, from my face just become big. I'll be eating a lot. All right. But what I'm trying to say is, adopt the habit, the mental habit of, I'm going to habits now, but I mean, it's all part of mindset, yeah? Mental mindset or habit of executing things as you learn them. Don't wait until they accumulate. If you wait until they accumulate, guess what will happen? You will feel overwhelmed. You become bloated with information. You experience information overload. And when that happens, you get confused. And when it happens, you quit many times. So adopt the mindset of doing as you learn. As like some of you, I gave you an assignment yesterday. I'm pretty sure none of you did it. Why? Because you don't want to keep learning, coming and be. That's why we have to limit the number of times we do trainings on the platform. We're doing it every day. I'm like, this is becoming too much. If we do like this, all of you just becoming and be taking information and nothing else. So we give you, we come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays and give you Monday, Wednesday, and the rest of the week to go and implement. Don't be central bank of information and there is no execution in your part. Ensure that as you are learning, you are executing. And every day, as you are going through your trainings, all right, see, I still have my notepad till today. I still have it. I have my notes, all right. I consult my notes till today. So that's about execution mindset. The fifth is consistency mindset. Many of you, the reason why you're still where you are, even though you have been here for a while, is because you're not consistent. The most you have been consistent is a month. Some of you, 2 weeks, you don't quit. There are so many of us, so many people that started with us in February 1st. Many of you have dropped off, many of you. Do you know what it means to be consistent at something? It means that no matter what happens, result or no result, you are still there. You are doing it. Like or no like, you are still there. Comment or no comment, you are still there. Reviews or no views, you are still there. Sale or no sale, you are still there. You are still there. You are staying put. Because you realize that if you stay long enough with it, doing the right set of activities, before long, the universe will cave into you. When I started back in 2020, I gave myself 6 months that I'm going to try this 6 months, because I realized that prior to that time, I have not really been so consumed on one thing, doing it consistently for 6 months. I hadn't really been doing that prior to that time. Yes, I was a network marketer. We were, yeah, but I wasn't as consumed as I was about affiliate marketing. So I gave myself 6 months of insane execution. Like, all I talk about, all I dream about, all I breathe about, all I sing about, all I post about will be affiliate marketing. And let me see if I won't get results. Guess what? From wanting to do 4 million naira the entire year, 4 months time or more, your brother has become a millionaire times 4. Consistency. 14 months down the line, I am still talking about this thing, consistency. And people are watching you. They want to see, how long is this guy going to be on this matter? Let's even see if he's a here today, gone tomorrow, a hit and run. And you give them a reason to doubt you, because today you post, next week you don't, today you post, tomorrow you wait until next week. You are lackluster, you are lackadaisical, you are lukewarm. If you are going to become a pro affiliate, then you need to adopt the mindset of consistency. You have to stay long enough with the process. You have to build the mental attitude of going against the tide, even when it doesn't feel like it. Because if you do, people will come to you and say, please, I want to work with you. I get that every day on my WhatsApp, every day. Referrals here and there, people saying every day. Do you know why? Because I've stayed long enough. All right. Then the last type of mindset to adopt as a pro is seeing opportunities in the problem mindset. That's the way I could put it. And what do I mean by this? Many of you, the moment you encounter a problem, that's the end for you. My ad account has been disabled. Hey, I have been suspended on YouTube or Google. This, that. And you give up at the end. But you fail to realize that that issue you're experiencing, somebody else, or maybe another 100 people or 500 people, 1,000 are going through the same issue that you're experiencing. If only you would just be patient enough to find a solution around it, you could package that solution and sell it as a course and sell it for a price, and people will pay you for that. But no, you don't see the opportunity. All you see is the problem. And the moment the problem becomes too difficult, it knocks you off and you're off business. That's it. One of my friends, my very good friend Aisha, was telling me the other day how a place we met before to eat and all of that, they had amazing food. All right, at Guarimpa, had to close business. Why? Because he was not getting sales, not making sales anymore. COVID-19 had come and wiped him off. But that was a valid problem. That was a real problem. How do you solve it? Do you close shop because you're not getting sales? Whose fault is it? Is it the fault of the government, fault of COVID-19, or your fault? You shouldn't be blaming government or COVID-19 for your poor results. If you have control over it, all right. If you read what's it called? 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, you understand your internal environment and your external environment, what you can control, the things you have control over. Sales is something you have control over. And you tell me you're out of business because you could not keep people coming to your restaurant. It shows you're irresponsible. You could not see the opportunity in the problem. What if you sat down enough, you work with experts, you spend money to come up with ways to keep your business running? Could you sell that solution to other people who could be going through the same thing? That is the opportunity. And the moment you can successfully do that, guess what? You would open another stream of income. Let me tell you guys a quick story. So when I started affiliate marketing back in 2020, 2021, I encountered all kinds of problems. Some of you already know this. My Facebook account was disabled. My Instagram account was disabled. And they told me that I could not subscribe. I could not appeal until May 2021. Imagine if all I had was just Facebook and Instagram. That means I would have either died of hunger or, something else could have happened to me. But guess what I did? I went online to search for alternative solution to generating traffic online other than Facebook and Instagram. And that was how I came about with YouTube ads or Google ads and how to get the $350 to run out for a month. Guess what I did? I shared with people, even though I didn't monetize it at that time. That singular act of sharing what I had discovered that was working for me opened the floodgates of leads. And people come and say, oh, yeah, come and help me run ads. Come and help me set up my own. And I was charging them from 10K to 20K to 50K. An extra source of income had been opened, or as a stream of income. I was making another money because I simply found an opportunity in a problem that I had experienced. And there's so many countless scenarios that I can tell you right now on how I've taken advantage of a problem that I encountered that turned out to be an opportunity for me. Don't be quick to throw in the towel when you experience. Sit down with it. What is the solution? How can I come up with a solution? Who do I need to speak to? Where do I go to? Only give up if you have exhausted all your options. You've gone online, you've asked everybody, and they say there's no solution to this. This one is a death. It's just, that's it. That's the only time you get to give up. All right. See the opportunity in the problems you encounter. As you're becoming a pro, you're going to encounter a lot of challenges. If I say you will not encounter challenges, I'll be lying to you. Every day is a new challenge or the other. Every day. I'm still trying to recover from my ad account that was suspended on YouTube, from Facebook, on Instagram. It's affecting me terribly. Sometimes I feel so upset. I am angry. I'm like, why did I touch it? So it's just upsetting me. But then I realized that, well, this is an opportunity in the problem, and there's an opportunity in this problem. I can come up with something that can, that can help me make an extra money from this. Are you getting the point? Don't ever think that life is always going to be rosy for you, that it's going to be easy. No. What's this word? Anticipate adversary, anticipate challenges, and prepare how you're going to attempt those challenges. If anything happens, what will I do? Will I quit or will I keep going? Because I know that it won't always be rosy. Even big brands like Facebook and all those big brands still encounter, they still go through tough times. How much more you and I are just starting? Should we give up because it's hard, it's tough? No. We stay put to the end. We must see the end. We must see the end of this thing. Okay, so that's about mindset. All right, and this is what is good. And every day you need to go into the day with this mindset. You need to go every day with these 6 types of mindset. Today I choose to grow myself. At least I get to read either a book, or a chapter of a book, or I get to watch my course material and implement, or I get to just do something that gets me better every day. 1% growth every day, not 100% or 50% growth after 10 weeks. 1% growth every day compounds over time. The law of compound effect. Abundance There's a lot to go around for everybody. I am not alone. I mean, I'm not alone in this. There are a lot of people, other people like me, who are seeking for this kind of opportunity, and I will locate them. I will find them. I am grateful for the results I have so far, whether they are good or bad. I am grateful because I know that staying long enough with this will get me the results I seek. I execute daily. I am not lazy. I do it in spite of how I feel. As I learned today, I go to implement. I'm not waiting until I pile up information before I start implementing. No, the little I've learned, I go and do. I am consistent and I see opportunities in problems. If you adopt this mindset, all right, you would have set yourself on the path to becoming a pro. All right. So if you're still with me, type I'm still with you, or still with you, just still with you. If you're still with me, type still with me. Before we move to the next point, any questions regarding mindsets? Any questions regarding mindsets? Okay, Caroline has raised her hand. Let's give her an opportunity to talk. Okay. I've asked you to unmute yourself, ma'am. I've asked you to unmute yourself. All right, great.
Okay. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Okay, when you were talking, I came late. Sorry, I went to the group. I was trying to get the code and the login. Finally, I did, but I came late when the class when you were talking about the mindset, and you were talking about how to grow your mindset, right?
Yeah.
That's what I meant initially. And I want to ask a question because I came late, but from the few words I was able to get from you, I want to ask a question. When you talk about this mindset,
yeah,
when you are talking about this mindset, and somebody, let me say a novice like me, who just joined this affiliate of a thing, and I want to learn from you, and you were talking about building it. Apart from the, how will I put it? Okay, let me say, apart from, okay, we are learning from you now, and other tutors, other materials on the platform, you understand? And when we use it to build our mindset, what I want to get is this, at times when you are learning something that is strange, it's a bit difficult.
Yeah.
You understand? Like today, when I signed up, I was going through it. I was just hearing some. I said, "Oh my God, was this how it was going to be?" You understand? Because
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. Sure, you get me. I'm looking at it. It's so strange. I don't even know what to say to myself. I said, "Wow, all these people were just sweet talking me." I said, any day I see Mr. David, I'm going to fight him.
Okay.
David, you know who is talking to you?
I know Caroline now. We spoke earlier today.
The lady that told you she stays somewhere in Guarimpa.
Yes, yes. You will have an advantage.
I said I was going to
Abuja.
fight you the day I will see you. That you didn't tell me. I said, I know you told me one thing, it's just not going to be roses,
Yeah.
You need to work. I heard of that several times whenever I was on your page, and that thing gave me courage. It gave me the mindset to build more courage. You understand? But
Yeah.
when I was listening to Harvard today, I said, what is this man talking about? Is this how it's going to be? This thing looks difficult, That was what I was telling myself. And you will not believe me. Today, after going through this training, I was trying to preach this same affidavit of a thing to 2 people to sign up. But they asked me questions I could not answer. Even my husband was like saying, this thing, are you going to relate? I don't know. Because my mindset, I can't, it's just so scattered.
Okay.
I was just thrown. That was why when I was trying to communicate with you this evening, honestly, I was lost.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was lost. Because if it's the preaching that you get before you sign up, no, this case is something else. I'm telling you, it's something else I saw today.
Okay. So what exactly is your question? You think is difficult?
Building this mindset. CJ, please, can you go? I'm in class. Building this mindset. How is it not that difficult the way you are saying it?
Okay. Is that all? Because I'm going to mute you back so I can talk. Is that all?
For now.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm going to respond to that now.
I've been on one page. I've been on one page since morning. I refuse to leave that page.
Okay.
So I was just like, I cannot be frustrated because I keep going back and back to get something straight.
Okay. Okay. Let me respond to what you just said, and help you. Maybe say I can help you in your frustration. All right. Okay. So valid one. That's a valid one. Thank you for your reaction, Madam Caroline. And I believe some people can relate to her. Okay. Some people can relate to that frustration where you come in, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a walk in the park, and and boom, you're like, oh my God, I thought they said it's not gonna be techie. Well, let me say something here, all right? Let me respond to that. Now, when you're entering new territories, when you're working on uncharted territories, yeah, it's going to come off to you as difficult. If you started learning how to speak French today, because you don't have an ear, probably you have an, even if you have an ear for language, because it's not your native tongue, you have to learn it. It is going to come off as difficult. I mean, today is your first day, right? You just got started today. So I don't expect anything less. I expect the struggle, the hustle. I expect you wrestling with the information and all of that. Okay. As a matter of fact, when I started, I didn't understand Jack. The first course I bought from Sam Harvard was MLM automation, and I went through it over and over and over and over again because the first attempt did not cut it for me. So I don't expect you to get it the first time. I don't expect you to get it the second, or even the third time, perhaps. If you are a slow learner like me, then you might need to go through it over and over and over again. And that's why I said, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. If you had attended yesterday's training, okay, you just came in today, so you probably don't, but I encourage you to go back to yesterday's training. The link is on the Telegram group. All right. If you're watching this later, don't skip yesterday's training. Go over it first, because the questions they asked you yesterday, we have probably answered it already. So because you did not know, and that's why I don't advise people to just jump into promoting when you are not fully grounded. Do you understand? So you need to first and foremost understand what you're promoting, and yesterday's training will help you get a hang of what you need, of what exactly it is. So I don't expect you to get it at the first go, at the first attempt. And that is why, that's why we're talking about mindset here. Talking about execution mindset, consistency mindset. The fact that you will not get it the first time is not, how do I say it? Is not unique to you alone. It's not something that is unique to you. Like, look at what Ichoma said. I got frustrated at some point. She's struggling though. Okay, I was once in your shoes, man, but it's a walk over now. It's how life is. I hated mathematics. And I now got to university and realized that I'm now adding further maths with matrix, dy dx, differentiation, things I did not do in school. I was called the one-eyed man in the city of the blind in my mathematics class. So I barely passed. And I got to school, did economics, and realized that I needed to do not just maths, but further maths. And it's everything we were doing in economics was now the YDX. It was frustrating. At some point, I wanted to switch to sociology. But I am here now. There's no turning back. I've burnt my bridges. There's no going back. This is it. Now, I don't want you to come with the impression that you were deceived or you were what's the word that we use sweet talk. No. What we did was to present. It's like you're saying that, like when you get admission to the school you studied. Okay. When you get admission to the school you studied, to the course you studied, you didn't know what it was going to entail, did you? You just applied. It was when you now go there like, now so this is how it's what they didn't tell me that 11 courses in one semester, 12. And you had to read for all of them. So we wouldn't have told you, this is where, nah. What we did was to present the platform to you. Okay, what you make of it is up to you. And that is why this extra mentorship, this extra training is there to give you some perspective, is there to give you some help. Many of us did not get the help some of you are getting right now. And I can say this with my full chest. Many of us, especially me, I did not get the help some of you are getting. I was virtually on my own. But because I am naturally a driven person, in fact, I will be the one giving the help, not seeking it. Do you understand? So what you need to do is to take a deep breath, take a chill pill, and realize that this is like a school and that you will not get it the first time. Don't be in a haste to start promoting. At least get a hang of what you want to start promoting first. And that is why we did what we did yesterday. Understand what LAP is all about. Understand what affiliated energy is all about. Do the exercises. There we have trainings on the Telegram that have been pinned. Go through those trainings. After you're done with 10-48, go through those trainings, apply what you learn, do the exercises, do the assignments, understand your target audience. It becomes interesting. These things are not difficult. If you see that's difficult, it's a mindset. Because what is difficult becomes easy the moment you begin to apply. You begin to what's the word? Go over it over and over again. So if you know that, yes, if you know from the outset that things which are difficult to you are things that are not familiar, probably because that's the first time of attempting, then it's okay. It becomes okay to go over it again, because you know that in going over it again and again and again and again, that is where it becomes clear to you. Do you know how many times I've listened to Grant Cardone's Be Obsessed or Be Average? I think I listened to it throughout the last year, and I've still listening to it till now. I can almost recite the audio book sometimes, and I'm still listening to it. Repetition is the mother of skill. If you're going to build skill in anything, you have to constantly repeat the process over and over and over again. And the father they say is consistency. So, is it going to be easy? Of course not. Is it understandable? Can the average person who doesn't have any tech skills come in on board, learn these things and become a pro at it? Definitely yes. How would that happen? It's by going over these things, exposing yourself to them over and over and over again. Would that cost you? Yes, it cost you. To cost you time, to cost you data. Okay, but would you rather attempt it once and say, it's so difficult, I can't do this thing, and you go and you never get to experience the thrill of becoming a pro, of getting results consistently, of being able to generate traffic, creating offers that people can't say no to because you have mastered the skill of traffic generation to a point. Or you actually make it work for you by going over it again and again and again and again. I personally am not afraid to repeat a class if I have to, provided it helps me to understand it. I'm a very slow learner. A lot of you don't know that. And that's why I have to go over materials again and again and again and again before it sticks in my head. I don't have any problem with that. I'm okay. And I've made my resolve with that. Okay, I've made my resolve. I'm reading into the chat now. Okay, someone's even giving some tips. All right. So don't be confused, don't be sad, don't be weary. You just got started today. In my first 2 months, I did not make a sale. A lot of you didn't know that I didn't make a sale in my first 2 months. I struggled. Do you understand? There was no even 2 MI48 then. There was just introduction to 7-figure affiliate marketing, and it was incomplete. That's all we had. You guys don't know what you have now. I'm serious. I'm serious. All right. So take a chill pill, relax, take a deep breath. It's a marathon, not a sprint. All right. Go through that. If you don't understand anything, go over it again and again and again. Say to yourself, I will understand it. I will go over it until I understand it. And if I don't understand it, I'll ask questions. That's it. Nothing is difficult in this life. It's just the way you see that I'm serious. Even in my mind, I was saying it was difficult. It's not difficult. I just wasn't interested, perhaps, or I wasn't willing to pay the price. I hope that helps you, Madam Caroline. I hope that helps you. Okay. I hope it helps you. Okay. Time is fast spent. I don't want this to drag. We're supposed to go into habits, which is the number 2 core essential for becoming a pro affiliate. Habits. Can we just give me 15 minutes and we're out of here? All right. 15 minutes and we're out of here. Habits. Now, what are habits? What are habits? Habits. What are habits? Anybody want to attempt? David Omatayo. Who else want to attempt? What are habits? What are habits? Anybody? Anybody wants to help with what habits are? Or should we just stop here and continue tomorrow? Okay, I think Madam Caroline has a hand raised. Okay, let me give her the opportunity again. Please make it brief because our time is far spent.
Yeah, to me, habit is that something that you see yourself doing.
Okay.
To me, almost everybody has some habit. You just see themselves, they are used to this thing. To the African, you say, this person has this habit.
Okay.
You can see yourself, you are frequent in this particular thing. Like you now, somebody can say, Mr. David, he has this habit of generating or talking to new affiliates in the group. You understand?
Yeah.
It has this kind of smooth habit. It can coach you. People know you in these aspects. Like people know you in this way of doing things. And when the thing becomes part of you, some people see it as habits from my own understanding.
Okay.
So that's it.
Thank you very much, Madam Caroline, for your contribution. Correct. Okay, yes. So habit is something you do unconsciously, like over and over again. Maybe like the habit is something you do so often it becomes easy. Yeah, that's it. All right. As a result of you consistency, like you're always doing that particular thing. All right. It's a behavior that you keep repeating. Absolutely. All right. So that's you guys are correct. Habits are they are formed over time. They are formed over time. Some of us, we have some very terrible habits. All right. And some of us have very great habits. And that's because we allow those things form subconsciously without us being deliberate about them. Okay. You need to realize that if you're going to become a pro affiliate, you have to be deliberate about the habits you form. You have to be deliberate about the habits you form. You don't leave it to chance. You don't, you're not careless. Beautiful. Thank you, Self-Reliance. You said habit is a consistent behavioral pattern built over time. It is something that you've been doing consistently, all right, and it doesn't happen overnight. For example, if you have the habit of, and hey, there could be mental habits, there could be physical habits, there could be behavioral habits. Mental habits are, things that are probably the way we think, or also refer to as mindsets. Yeah, behavioral habits are behavioral patterns, things we do. Okay, for example, if you have built the habit of opening your phone as the first thing you do in the morning, then that's all you do when you wake up in the morning. Is that become a habit, because whenever you wake up in the morning, you wake up with your notification on your WhatsApp or your social media. That's become a habit. That's the first thing you do. That. So it's a mental habit. It's also a behavioral habit. You just wake up in the morning, you pick your phone, you start chatting. That is a habit. If you're going to become a pro affiliate, you have to adopt the right set of habits. All right. And that is embedded in your daily activities. It is embedded in your daily activity. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Do you have a DMO, daily mode of operation? Or do you leave everything to chance? People can just call you anytime and say, hey, David, because you're my mentor, I can call you at any time of the night. I'm going to start talking. Do you have boundaries? Do you set boundaries? Do you set boundaries? All right. Do you have a pattern for which you get results? Or are you just aiming aimlessly or throwing darts aimlessly? Whichever one we hit now, we just try. Or do you have a pattern? Do you have a system that works for you? Okay. Now we're going to be looking at the habit of the millionaire affiliate. The habit of the millionaire affiliate. And one of the habits of a millionaire affiliate is setting goals or targets. I told you guys that last year, one of the things that changed my life, my finances, was goal setting. A lot of you still do not understand the importance of goal setting. And so I'm going to be reading some of the goals I wrote last year and how some of those goals have come to reality. So you can see my 2021 goals. I don't know if you can see this. All right. And I have a habit of writing my goals every day, morning and night before I sleep. It's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. It's the last thing I do before I sleep at night. Because the truth is, what you don't see, you don't do. If you only see your dreams when somebody else is living it, then you don't have dreams at all. If only time you're reminded of what you should be doing in your life is only the time when you start feeling pain, you start, things are not going your way, then you don't have goals at all. Because probably you wrote it once and that's the end. But back in 2021, all right, I had about 12 different goals. And I think I achieved more than half of them. Okay, more than half of them. And I still keep that habit to today. I still write my goals day and night. So setting up goals or targets is important for the millionaire affiliate. Why? Because they give you a sense of direction. The first thing I do when I ask people, the first thing I do when a new affiliate signs on my team is to call them. Though sometimes it comes too tiring because I have to call. Oh God! And the minimum I spend is between 15 to 20 minutes. But the first question I ask is, what is your income goal, and in what time frame are you looking at achieving it? When I ask you that question, I want to know if you understand the importance of goal setting. Or you just feel that, well, now it's just to come and learn till. It's okay to focus on learning skills. It's also a goal. But when you have an income tied to it, it gives it a kind of a meaning, like you don't know, okay, I'm working towards this particular amount or this particular figure, and I know what it will require of me to hit that amount, that figure. So I ask you, for example, what is your income goal? Someone tells me 5 million naira in 3 months or in 2 months. I'm like, sorry, that's not realistic. Why? Because you're just coming on board. You've not learned the skills to actually grow, to become that person who can generate that income, income potential. So I ask that question because I want to know if you have a direction that you're going, that you're taking. And if you don't, I'm going to give you that direction. So for example, overall target could be hit 5 million in personal commissions in 6 months or less. So you now, okay, fine. How many sales do I need to make if your focus is on LEP? Like I said, if we want to know the best test of how a professional you are or not, whether you're a professional or you are or not, is if you can generate results from your affiliate program. If you can't generate results from your affiliate program, you want to go and generate results from somebody else, I don't see how that. Yes, it's possible that you learn the skills and use it for other things, but the best place to test your skills, to flex your skills, is on the platform you are learning those skills, is by selling the program. You have not sold LAP before. You want to go and sell real estate. LAP is 50K, real estate is 50 million. For crying out loud. How do you want to do it now? You build the mental muscle, you build the capacity to from smaller things to bigger things. Exactly. David, I told you to redo that video because it was not realistic. You just started and you want to do 1 million in 1 month. How now? I didn't do 1 million naira in 1 month. I didn't even make first sale in 2 months or over 2 months. So setting up goals and targets is very important, and you must set daily, weekly, monthly, yearly targets. And that is a function of your overall targets. All right. So your daily, if your overall target is to hit 5 million, then you divide that 5 million, for example, by the total number of, by the amount of commission you make per sale. So if you're an affiliated NG, that is 8,000 naira. That is 5 million divided by 8,000 naira. Yeah. If you're on LAP, that is 5 million divided by 20,000 naira. And you divide that by the number of months. All right. If it's 6 months, that is for example, you have 5 million. You have 5 million. Excuse me. Divide by 20,000, or $10,000 divided by $40. Excuse me. That's on 250 sales. Okay. Now that is, you need to do 250 sales to hit your 5 million naira target, or 250 sales to hit your $10,000 target. Now, if you divide that by the 6, that is the period of time you want to achieve that, you need to be doing 41 or 42 sales per month. 42 sales per month. If you divide that by 4, you need to be doing at least 11 sales per week. Divide that by 7, at least 2 sales per day. Now, with this, you don't know, okay, I have 2 sales to make per day. What do I need to do to hit 2 sales per day? How many traffic do I need to generate? How many people do I need to show my presentation to before I get a sale? So that if you know that, okay, the average, if you are doing 100 to 4, 100 ratio 4, and you have done 50, no sale, you shouldn't be feeling sad. It's when you have done 100, 102, 105, 150, and there's no sale, you start, what's going on? So you set proper expectations for yourself. You estimate the amount of time, effort, and money it will require to hit your target, so that you're not lazy about it. And this comes on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And not only when you write your goals at the beginning of the year and you go and sleep. You review your goals, which brings me to my next point. You review your goals, your targets. Did you hit your daily, weekly, or monthly goals? Or are you far off? We started this new month, April, by ascertaining if we hit our March goals. Many of us did not, including me. I did not hit it. And I know why. And I said, this month we are going on assault. We are attacking our goals like an assault. We are going after our goals with gazelle intensity. Because we reviewed our goals and realized that this is what we did not do right. We could have done better. So what could you have done better? What else have you not done? What else can you do? Who do you need to team up with or partner up with to get your results? You review those goals, those targets you set for yourself every day before you sleep at night. If it was easy, then everybody will be doing it. And that's why only a few people are here right now. So review those goals daily, weekly, monthly. To become a millionaire, not be beans. It's not beans. It is constant work. It is work. But guess what? The rewards far outweigh, all right, the price. Okay. Then, of course, execution. I've already explained what execution means. What does it mean to take massive action? I said it's by taking baby steps, small steps. And at the best time to execute is the first time you heard of it. A millionaire affiliate, a pro affiliate, is somebody who is constantly executing. He's not waiting for all the information he needs to do before, okay, let's start. No, don't be like me when I was in school. All right. As you learn, you do. As you learn, you do. Execution, massive execution, is taking baby steps. It is doing it the first time you heard of it. All right. And of course, continuous learning. Continuous learning. Constantly exposing yourself to your content, to your materials, is not a one-off. It is a constant exposure, developing an insatiable appetite for knowledge. Developing a continuous and insatiable appetite for knowledge, going over your materials over and over and over again, not just once or just twice. Even when you don't understand it, it is going over it over and over and over again, so that you will build depth. All right. There's this 5-step process I recommend, all right, in building depth in your skill set. We're going to talk about that tomorrow when we talk about skills, but we can't talk about skills tonight. And lastly, read. Many of you, when was the last time you read a book here? Somebody just tell me the last time you read a book here. The last time you picked up a book to read around your niche. When? You can't remember. Some of you have not read books in years. Read a book on sales, on marketing, on copywriting, closing at least once a week, Review that book you read and take deliberate steps to implement what you learned. Don't just go and read a book and you read a book for reason's sake. No. 5 levels of leadership, beautiful, great. What can you teach us about leadership? You read something. What can you teach us about leadership? How can you implement that in your life? It's not just enough to read a book, but if it resonates with you, why not go the step ahead to implement it? And let's see some change or changes in your life. Now, in closing, I'm going to be recommending these books. All right. I want you to read them in this order: .com Secrets, Expert Secrets, Traffic Secrets, and Copywriting Secrets. These 3 are by Russell Brunson. Okay. Then this is by Jim Edwards. .com Secrets, Expert Secrets, Traffic Secrets. Make this book your companion. Everybody on Project 100 is condemned to read this book. You are condemned to read this book. There is no escaping from it. I'm going to show you how to get those books. You're going to get those books on Z Library. All right, Z Library. This is a website, Z Library. You can register. It's free. Z Library. You can get those books there. I said .com Secrets, Expert Secrets, Traffic Secrets, and Copywriting Secrets. .com Secrets, Expert Secrets, Traffic Secrets, Copywriting Secrets. Marry these books. I'm going to add one extra. Sell Like Crazy by Sabri Subi. All right. Sell Like Sabri Subi. Let's just go to, let me show you where you can get those books. So this is Z Library. Okay. Z Library is Z iPhone.lib.org. Let me just drop the URL so you can go and download books here. You can even get the, what's it called? You can get the you can bookmark it or something. So books, articles, they're all free. Just click on books. Okay, click on books, then type Russell Brunson, and all his books will appear. See, Expert Secrets, the underground playbook for finding your message, building a tribe, and changing the world. All right. Traffic Secrets, the underground playbook for filling your website and funnels with your dream customers. .com Secrets, the underground playbook for growing your company online. These books, you cannot escape them. I beg you, go and download and read. We would call for review. All right. We'll call for review. Then I talked about Jim Edwards, Copywriting Secrets. Yeah. Okay, you can see Copywriting Secrets is there. Copywriting Secrets. Okay, so just go and download that book. Then, of course, as time goes on, you can read books on Dan Lok. Okay, you can read Dan Lok's books, Influence, 47 Forbidden Psychological Tactics you can use to motivate, influence, and persuade your prospect. Unlock It, FU Money. There are so many of them. Just start with these 4. Start with these 4 I recommended. All right. Don't read them once. Read them over and over and over again. Make them your companion. All right. And lastly, Sabri Subi's Sell Like Crazy. Sabri Subi. Okay. Sell Like Crazy. Read this book like crazy. All right. How to get as many clients, customers, and sales as you can possibly handle. Very powerful book. Very powerful book. So that is it for tonight. Tomorrow we will begin with skills. All right, we'll begin with skills, which is the third core essential of becoming a pro affiliate. Okay, so that is it. That is it for tonight. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? If you have a question, you can drop it, you can raise your hand. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions so far? Any questions? Any questions? Let me stop recording so it will be too long. We've spent 1 hour, 30 minutes already.